Morning, guys. Welcome to my ride to work after our first snowfall. So I've chosen to ride the fat bike because I think it's probably going to be the safest choice. The weather conditions are probably not the best for two wheels because it rained all day yesterday, and then it got progressively colder and it started snowing. So underneath, a lot of this snow is probably ice, but we got to get to work somehow. My car has a flat tire that I've procrastinated on fixing. I have to put the temporary spare on there, but I've just been lazy about switching it over because I've been riding to work, and I live walking distance to a lot of amenities. Okay, so we've left a little bit early. Maybe I didn't leave early enough. Just in case it is really sketchy and scary. But also on the fat bike, our average speed is going to be very slow. Okay, so right off the bat, it's not absolutely horrible. It's still warm enough that everything's kind of soft. This will be a good test to see what kind of the length of time it's going to take me to get to work using the shortest route to work, which is about right around 12 kilometers. So very lucky it stayed warm enough that everything is soft and the street is wet instead of icy. Although that could change as we get closer to work. The side of the city that I'm on is hilly, and then the other side of town is like pretty much completely flat. So sometimes there's weird temperature differences from one side to the other. And I've got my winter cycling shoes on, and they feel weird to wear because I have basically the one other pair of shoes, which would be, I guess, my summer shoes, and the cleat position on them is, I'm so used to the cleat position. They put quite a few miles on them. And now these shoes feel strange. And I have Gore-Tex shoe covers over top of them because it's so sloppy. Hopefully keep my feet dry. My ass is gonna get totally wet. Not just wet, cold wet. Cold wet's not a nice feeling. So I think the high today is supposed to be 1 Celsius. So this will probably slowly melt. And then tomorrow is supposed to be 9 Celsius. So by end of the day tomorrow, this should all be gone. It's funny, the city's been out and already plowed the sidewalks after just a few centimeters of snow. But then once we hit midwinter, we get a big dump then. Sometimes they won't do it for days. Okay, so we'll get off the street here onto bike path, bike lane, etc., which has been plowed. Sometimes this makes it worse. There's enough snow that if they just left the snow right on top of the snow, but when they plow it like this, that thin surface they leave there can freeze and totally ice up. But of course, the people that do the plowing probably haven't gone for a walk in their lives, or use the trail systems that they take care of, or even use the trail systems they take care of. So right now our average speed is 20.5 kilometers an hour. We're on the university property, so they haven't plowed this. So I don't think this is the city's responsibility. This is the university's responsibility. Of course, they'll plow everything for car parking before they'll get this ready for people walking or riding. Totally backwards to the way it should be. People helping save the world should get first dibs. This section here, I think there's basements and tunnels underneath here, so it's warm. That's why this always melts, but it melts when it's warmer. When it's colder, sometimes it just softens things up and then freezes, which makes this whole area a skating rink. So we've shortened our distance of our commute quite a bit. Like my regular route is like just under 16 kilometers. This one will be probably around 12, but it'll take about the same amount of time. Oh, it's beautiful. Because we're riding a slow bike in slow conditions. It's going to take a little over 30 minutes. Here it's wet and sloppy underneath, which is good because it makes it way safer than if it was icy underneath. Although that sloppiness does make it slower. There's definitely more rolling resistance because of that. So yeah, we could have done this on 2-inch tires. Fat bike is just safer to ride all snow conditions. It tracks straight, it tracks true. Obviously it has more grip, braking, and just regular good old steering, cornering traction, accelerating traction. Oh, and because the tire gets wet because of the slop underneath, the snow is sticking to the tire, adding additional extra weight to the tire as it rotates. You really feel it. Yeah, there's just a steady, pedaling through snow, there's like a steady stream of resistance. You have to pedal all the time, stay on top of the gear, because as soon as you stop pedaling, you immediately slow down. So it definitely feels a little bit different than pedaling on other surfaces. So we're at just about to click over 26 minutes, and we've done 8.77 kilometers. So this is the bridge here shows how much snow we actually got, since because it's suspended in the air, so it's cold underneath, so the snow didn't melt. There's a solid 5 centimeters or more there, but the initial snow that fell here, it melted. So we're on the other side of town. So this is the flat side of town. Definitely seems to have accumulated more over here than it did on the hilly side of town for some reason. we get to the busier streets, busier area on my ride to work. So just sticking to the sidewalk right now because it's dry. Well, it's just snow, so less sloppiness to deal with. Pretty darn sloppy. Hopefully after 7 or 8 hours while I'm at work, things clear up. Yeah, it's nasty that it's sloppy, but it has made it safer. There's essentially no frozen sections of ice to deal with. It's a beautiful side street. Definitely these busier streets that are the bad sloppy ones. Side streets are still actually kind of nice. Okay, so we're at work, 12.1K, that took 37 minutes, average speed of 19.6K an hour. So yeah, even midwinter, if we do have decent snow, but as long as it's hard packed, we might even be faster than that, because the sloppiness of conditions are really providing a lot of extra rolling resistance today. So yeah, first snowfall and first real ride on a fat bike, and it was a good time. Thanks for watching. Bye.